Hey, what's up everyone? Today I want to take a look at the new Fort of Fortune World event and some of my thoughts on it. Now before any of you comment, I see you over there ready to type. This footage isn't from the Fort of the Fortune. Recently I had some of my footage get erased, but I still want to make this video, so enjoy some other fort clips while we talk about this new world event. So I've done the fort a few times and stolen a couple times as well, and I think now is a good time to talk about my opinions on the event. So when I first heard about this world event, I was very hyped about it, and I thought it would be a bit better than what we actually got. While I don't think the Fort of Fortune is bad, I was a bit disappointed of what we actually end up getting. So for those who haven't done the new fort yet, it's not too different from the regular skeleton forts. The difference comes towards the end when you fight multiple skeleton captains and finish off with an Ashen Lord. The vault holds Athena treasures and some other high value items, making it the most valuable world event in the game that you can do. So first let's take a look at the actual location of this event, which just reuses the skeleton forts we already have. This doesn't really help make this feel new, rather just feels like a more beefed up version of the regular skeleton forts. Perhaps this is what Rare wanted, but imagine if the island the Fort of Fortune was at was only accessible while the event was happening. Say maybe it's on the edge of the map and the shroud opens up when the world event starts and then it closes back up a little after the event's over, after everyone's left. That would be really cool. Or it could be somewhere in the middle. Maybe it's so clouded by like a storm or fog or something that it's just inaccessible except for when the event's going on. This would make it more of an experience when you do the event, and people would just go there just purely for the curiosity of a new island similar to the appeal of the Shores of Gold. Now let's talk about the enemies we face. The multiple skeleton captains are fine, however imagine if they did something different than another somewhat boring boss battle that we've been doing for what, like 3 years now? These skeleton captains have been in the game since day one. As someone who's been playing since then, I'm just kind of tired of the hack and slash type of repetitive actions that you have to do for all these boss battles. So this is a completely random idea, but just an example of something other than more skeleton captains is, what if you get out into the fort and then you have all these snakes?
Snakes? Why did it have to be snakes?
Or maybe magical vines that would try to grab you and wrap around you and suffocate you, and maybe you have to try to fight those off while completing some kind of objective. I don't know if people would like this, but for me at least it would change up the game a bit, and I think it would be cool to see something like in the environment change and attack you rather than just another skeleton. In regards to the boss battle, I hate that they reused the Ashen Lords, because they are one of the things I hate most in the game, other than Hit Ridge. This is designed to be a fort for Pirate Legends. We know this because most of the loot inside is Athena treasures. So why didn't we get some legendary boss to go with this new fort? In my opinion, this was a perfect opportunity to bring back the Gold Hoarder to fight again. We know he's not dead based off what the Pirate Lord said at the end of the Shores of Gold Tall Tale, but we still haven't seen him return yet. They could have really done something fun by changing up the gameplay a bit, instead of what we got, which to me feels like recycled content, with the locations and enemies being exactly the same as everything else we've already gotten. I don't super love the Fort of the Damned, but at least with that update they changed up the gameplay a bit, with having you to get the right light to fight the skeletons. I just feel like this new fort was a bit rushed, like they looked at their team and said, hey, our other plans aren't ready yet and we need something to go for Season 2. So why don't you just throw together a few things that we already have and call it a new fort. That's basically what we got for Season 2. That and trade routes. There really isn't anything else new, other than I would say the barrels. The barrels are pretty cool. I'm enjoying those. Finally, let's talk about the reward. At the beginning of the video I said it is now the most valuable world event we have. And that is true. However, that doesn't make it worth doing. Defeating the fort gives you lots of rewards like an Ashen Wind Skull, Athena chest, and a mix of other Athena treasures and regular treasures. That's all great, but for me I don't really care about earning gold anymore. There are only so many things you can buy in the game with gold, and at a certain point, you just find that the money is really pointless because of lack of things you want to spend it on. Really the only cosmetics I ever want to get are the exclusive ones you have from events, season pass, or other stuff. I don't think I'm alone in this opinion, but if you are a bit of a new player, then earning this amount of loot can really be exciting, and I encourage you to go out with your crew and do the event. The only thing in terms of reward I wish we got was exclusive cosmetics for doing the fort, similar to what we got with the Fort of the Dam. That would make it something worth striving for. Like honestly, I don't even care what the reward is. It could be a glowing golden sword for all I care. The only redeeming factor of the Fort of Fortune is that it's great for PvP. Currently. That may change in the future when people get tired of it. It's a lot of fun to steal, and it feels a lot more rewarding than a regular skeleton fort, and even the Fort of the Dam. I don't have too much to say on that point. It's not really that different for PvP at other forts. I still think the best place for PvP though is Fort of the Dam, just because of how the island is shaped and where you can park your ship and other stuff that goes along into it. You can be very strategic when you're fighting there. But these new forts are still a lot of fun as well. Those are just some of my thoughts on the new Fort of Fortune World event. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye y'all.